Most people think life changes only when something big happens, a huge success, a perfect opportunity, or a dramatic transformation. But honestly, the biggest changes in my life didn't happen overnight. They came from tiny habits, small things that looked unimportant at first, but slowly changed the way I thought, felt, and lived. 30 days may not sound like a long time, but it's enough time to notice how powerful small actions can become when repeated daily. The truth is, your habits quietly shape your future. Every small decision either helps you grow or keeps you stuck. One of the first tiny habits that changed my life was waking up without touching my phone immediately. Before, the first thing I did every morning was check notifications and scroll through social media. My brain felt tired before the day even started. I was filling my mind with noise, stress, and distractions within minutes of waking up. So I made one simple rule: no phone for the first 15 minutes after waking up. Instead, I would sit quietly, drink water, and let my mind wake up peacefully. At first, it felt strange, but after a few days, I noticed I felt calmer and more focused in the morning. My brain no longer felt overloaded before the day even began. Another tiny habit that changed my life was making my bed every morning. It sounds small, almost pointless, but it gave me a sense of discipline. Starting the day by completing one simple task made me feel more organized mentally. It reminded me that small wins matter. I also started walking for just 10 minutes a day. Not intense workouts, just walking. Most people underestimate how much movement affects mental health. During those walks, my mind felt clearer, stress reduced. I stopped overthinking as much. Sometimes the best ideas came during those quiet walks. Another habit that changed everything was writing down my thoughts before sleeping. My brain used to stay full of stress at night. I would replay conversations, problems, and worries over and over again. But writing my thoughts on paper helped clear mental noise. It felt like removing pressure from my mind. Some nights I wrote goals. Other nights I wrote fears or things I was grateful for. Slowly, I started understanding myself better. One tiny habit that had a surprisingly powerful effect was drinking more water. I know it sounds basic, but dehydration affects energy, focus, and mood more than people realize. I used to feel tired constantly, and sometimes it was simply because I wasn't taking care of my body properly. I also started reading just a few pages every day. Not entire books in one sitting, just a few pages consistently. Over time, those small moments of learning changed the way I thought. Good books can quietly reshape your mindset without you noticing immediately. Another habit that helped me was spending less time complaining. I realized I was wasting mental energy focusing on problems I couldn't control. Complaining never improved my situation. Taking action did. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" I started asking, "What can I do next?" That small shift changed my mindset completely. I also learned the power of sleeping earlier. Before, I stayed awake late scrolling endlessly on my phone, and mornings always felt heavy. But improving sleep slowly improved my mood, patience, focus, and emotional control. One habit that affected me deeply was practicing gratitude. Every night, I tried thinking about one thing I appreciated. Some days it was family. Some days it was peace, health, or simply surviving another difficult day. Gratitude doesn't magically remove problems, but it changes what your brain focuses on. Instead of seeing only stress, you begin noticing small good things too. The biggest lesson I learned in those 30 days is this: tiny habits are powerful because they are easy to repeat. People often fail because they try changing everything at once. They want instant transformation. But real growth usually happens quietly through consistency. Tiny habits may look harmless in the moment, but repeated daily, they can completely reshape your mindset, confidence, and future. You don't need to become perfect overnight. You don't need huge motivation every day. You just need small actions repeated consistently. Because in the end, your life is not changed by one massive moment. It's changed by the little things you choose to do every single day.